Let's have a conversation.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Wednesday. I had to run, so I just restarted this video. I'm going to delete the other one. So I'm going to start talking about what's going on in the house a little bit. But before I even do that, just to let those of y'all know who were not on my live last night. Yesterday, I showed you guys that I was on warning status on my YouTube account. And warning status means that I can't put any more of the live feeds. I can't do any more of the live feeds. So if y'all were asking, why is there no live feed video parties anymore? It's because I want to keep my account. If I put them up, there's no more account. So what I thought that I could do, which is what I tried to do earlier last night, is that I was like, okay, I can have the live feed on in the background while I just recap what's going on. But apparently YouTube picked up the little faint sound of the people talking in the background and blocked parts of my video for that. So I'm like, okay, people can't see or hear the live feeds. Otherwise, I'm going to get a strike on the channel. So I said to everybody who would happen to be there on my live feed at the time when the thing was getting blocked due to the audio of the live feed in the background, I was like, hey, would any of y'all be interested in me just opening up my YouTube just so that you could chat in the YouTube? It's definitely a mess. Good morning, Kamisha. I asked if anyone would be interested in me opening up the YouTube just so we could chat in the chat section. So of course, the people who didn't see that threat or didn't see that and weren't on at that time came on afterwards to see the replay and were like, wait a minute, why is there silence? Why do I not hear anything or see anything? Well, this is the explanation. I know probably people will skip the explanation, but I am going to let you know again. I'm going to let you know again that the reason why I made that particular post was because I was trying something new, which was literally just, I sit here, I watch the feeds, you sit at your home, you watch the feeds on your own device, however you see it, and we just share commentary. It's kind of like what people do on Discord or Reddit or various like forum chat rooms, except it provides um, a live opportunity to do that. That's the only thing that I was doing, and I was seeing whether that would work or not. The jury is kind of still out because I did have a good maybe 8 people on there last night, and we were just chatting. But that was the purpose of what I was doing. Anyways, on to what I was going to tell you about this morning. I have a live reenactment of how the house has been going over the past 48 hours. I have a live reenactment that I'm going to show you in a quick second. All right, this has been the house. Heads is Cameron staying. Tails is Riley staying. I don't know if y'all can see the coin flip. Tails. Tails. Heads. 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 Tails. I just wanted to see this. I wanted you guys to see this visual representation of the strategy of the house over the last 48 hours or so. So the initial plan was, hey, we're going to get Riley out. That's what everybody was talking about. They were even talking about that from the time that she was HOH. They're like, as soon as she gets out of the HOH, we got the numbers. If she doesn't win HOH, or if one of her people doesn't win HOH or veto, we're going to get her out. So Sam ends up winning HOH. They're like, perfect. He's not on their side. He was never on their side. So he's going to execute getting Riley out. That was the plan the whole time. What they did not anticipate, live watch, keep doing it, it will catch on. What they did not anticipate was the way that Hisam was going to be power tripping when he gets in the HOH. The thing that I like and don't like about this group is that they play the game with such emotion. They play the game so emotionally. If something triggers them or something rubs them the wrong way, they will throw away the whole game plan. And that's what they were trying to do with him. So apparently they didn't like his power of veto speech, which I think we should see the power of veto speech tonight, if I'm not mistaken, so we can finally see this big bad speech that he made that he was apologizing to Riley for. They did not like the way that he executed his HOH conversations. And we saw most of those where he was kind of like, for instance, when he was talking to Matt, he was like, Matt, you know, like, I know Riley's your girl. I know you like Riley, but if you do not, or not if you don't vote her out, but he said, I have the votes. It's like, I know I have the votes to get her out. And if you are to win the power of veto and take her off the block, now the rest of the house is going to be targeting you. So it's like these threatening statements. And he says them so matter of fact, like he has control over everyone. Like, I know what everybody is going to do, and it's in your best interest to just do as I say. Otherwise, there's going to be consequences for you not doing what I say. Let me see. There was other conversations that he had like that. Like, I have the votes to do this. You need to be on board. And if you're not on board, you're food. That's what he's telling everybody. They don't like that. Nobody likes that. So they decided. So Cirie and Izzy, mainly Cirie, because Cirie's the ringleader, but Cirie and her right hand person, Izzy, are in control of everything that's happening in the house right now. So they decided, we want to go against what Hisam wants because of the way that he's acting. So they went around rallying the troops along with Jared, went around rallying the troops and being like, okay, we're switching the vote. Riley is going to stay and Cameron's going to go instead. Because all this time Cameron was supposed to go and Riley was supposed to stay. The one person, or at least the one person that I saw, that strongly never flipped and never wanted Riley not to go was Mimi. All those funny little clips we got. The math ain't mathin'. All that funny stuff. All the thing of her talking into her hairbrush. Like, what's wrong with these people? What's going, like, she was the most logical out of everybody when she was talking to herself, because she was just like, yo, this does not make any sense. This does not make any sense, because she was like, Riley is a stronger competitor. Riley has more of a social game. She has more friends in the game. She has more power in the game. So it's just like we take out the head of the snake, and then after that, we can get the other parts. It weakens Jag and Blue, and Cameron is kind of a non-factor, and that's what I was thinking this whole time. So it's like I don't know what happened because I've not seen every part of these conversations, but all of a sudden, Saria's like, "Wait a minute! If we take out Cameron instead of excuse me," he's like, "If we take out she's like, if we take out Cameron instead of Riley and we don't tell him, he's gonna be pissed off. He's gonna gun for the veto, and he's gonna gun for us." And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, that was the obvious case from Jump. That was the obvious case from Jump Street. So I don't know why they ever thought otherwise. Heisem is a loose cannon. He's a live wire. You know, like he is a dictator. He wants things to go exactly how he wants them to go. And yeah, if he goes in and all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, Cameron, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house," then that means a whole group full of people that made promises to him lied about those promises, and they're not comp beasts. And then who knows if a Jag or you know a Blue or even like a Corey or something, or like those fringe people, if they happen to win the next HOH, what if they decide to temporarily work with Haisam? I think that ultimately Haisam is going home. Ultimately, I think that that's going to be the case. I don't know if it's going to be next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It all depends because nobody wants him in the house. He's dangerous and everybody knows it, right? But they could temporarily work with him to take out a big name on the other side, because that's honestly essentially what the bye bye bitches are doing. Sari was like, let me talk to Heisem before the competition and make sure that he's on our side so that in the event that he wins the HOH, he takes out somebody from their side. And that's exactly what they did. But then now they got scared of the fact that he operates on his own, the fact that he feels like a one-man wrecking crew. Everything goes on what I say. Everything I say goes. Like, I'm the leader here. Like, they don't like the way that he talks to people, and they don't like the way that he acts. So they are now not wanting to really work with him anymore. But as of when I went to bed last night, Izzy and Sari were talking, and Sari was telling Izzy, like, I don't want to have an angry Heisem coming after me. The best thing, like I always thought, the thing that I always thought would be the best would be for Heisem to go out the back door, because he's not somebody that you want in the house angry for a week. So I think that it is the best move for them to take Riley out. What was I about to say about Riley? I can't remember what I was about to say about Riley, but yeah, that's where we currently stand. Jag and Blue have not given up. Oh, I remember now. Izzy. Izzy was telling Sari she was like, okay, so we're going back to the original plan. And she's like, it's hard. It's gonna be hard having to go back around and tell everybody that we're going back. and switching back to the other plan again. And then Cirie was basically just like, listen, nothing is set in stone. Like, we're allowed to switch. Something she actually said, I don't remember her exact words, but I do remember the gist of what she was saying was like, this house can be flipped. So I know exactly what she meant by that. It's like she's kind of like basically saying the majority of the house is sheep. The majority of the house is sheep. The only people that I would say in the house that I don't really truly consider sheep are Mimi and I mean aside from Cirie and Mama Felicia, I would say Mimi and Jag. Mimi and Jag. And then you could kind of throw Heisem in there. But aside from that, everyone else is highly influential. They don't really stand firm, and it's easy to change their mind really quick. So that's where we are. The flip was on. I mean, the original plan was to get out Riley when he first put up the HOH noms, and then when he won the power of veto and kept the noms the same, it was like, okay, this Riley plan is good to go. But here's the thing though. Here's the thing that I just thought of. They don't want to ruffle any feathers with Heisem, right? So they want to keep the noms the same. But the problem is the exchange of information to the wrong people is a loss of power. What I mean by that, the exchange of information to the wrong people is loss of power, because the fact that they've been having these conversations back and forth, if somebody from the Cirie side happens to win an HOH and somebody from the other side is in a jam, or if Heisem happens to win a power veto or something, let's say he's not nominated, he wins the power veto, and the other side is looking for an angle. The fact that they have had these conversations about how the both of them have had these conversations about how they don't like Heisem and the way he's playing the game, they could be like, well, Heisem, I was talking to Cirie and she was saying such and such and such about you. So I would not use this veto to take this person that she wants off the block because she's not working with you, and Izzy's not working with you, and Mama Faye's not working with you. And he would be shocked and appalled. Like, I did not know that these people thought this way about me. So I see, this is why I believe I'm more like Mimi. I think that's why I'm getting more drawn to Mimi than some of the other players. The jury's out on whether she could win the game or not. I mean, maybe that's a long shot, but I just like the way that she reasons, because I'm the same type of person. Measure twice, cut once. So, in other words, instead of changing the game plan 10 times, think very carefully about the game plan. Gather all the information and intel that you need to make the right decision. Make the decision and stand firm on it. Now, obviously, you do have to pivot sometimes in the Big Brother house, because there's times like when I was doing my interview with Turner where he was just like, I had a final two, like my most solid final two was with Kyle, and then all this Cookout 2.0 and all that kind of stuff comes up, and he's like, "Not then I can't work with Kyle anymore because of that." So now I had to change my entire game plan due to that. So there's times where something like that happens. But in this case of what's been going on in this house, right? That's not what happened. They already have known who Heisem is. They were just playing with fire, and then all of a sudden they were like, wait, what if the fire burns us? Instead of thinking about that beforehand and being like, we need to either stand firm and decide we are going to piss him off and deal with his wrath, or we're going to execute this as he wants it to be executed and figure out a way to get him out later. So I think that the current flip that they're doing now, which seems to be, as of this morning, it could change again. We know this house, it could change again. But as of this morning, it seems like they are currently more likely to vote out Riley than they are to vote out Cameron. My issue is that it's messy right now. Messy. The issue is that everything that's going on with them is too messy. So they're doing too much. They're talking too much. Oh, and that was the other thing I was gonna say. Jared said that he's been like executing when they tell him this is what we want the game plan to be. He's going around talking to everybody and convincing them. And he's like, my mom and Izzy are playing too much of an emotional game. Last thing I'm gonna say. Let me see. Is it the last thing? Yeah. I guess it's the last thing. Blue and Jared. I'm digging it. Even though some people are saying, I don't think that Blue is feeling Jared as much as Jared is feeling Blue. You know, somebody responded to something I put on Twitter about them, like, she's just bored. I don't think that y'all understand what a showmance is. I mean, yes, there are showmances that become like boyfriend and girlfriend, or they get married even. There's been several marriages that happen, but it also doesn't have to be that. They're just in the house together for anywhere from a few weeks to 3 months, and you're around somebody for a long time. Nobody else, you're sequestered from the outside world. You get to know them on a different level. There's no distractions around. You're just sitting around talking for hours. So I'm not sitting here like, as soon as Jared and Blue get out of this house, he's gonna get down on one knee and propose to her. I'm just saying, I see sexual energy there. I definitely see the chemistry, and especially last night when I was watching and they were laying out. They were laying in the bathroom. I think it was actually they were laying down together in the bathroom until the whole house came in there and kind of blocked them from what they were doing, and then the cameras cut off of them, so we couldn't really see. But I think that's a showmance in the making. Matt and Riley, I don't know about, because Riley could go in a couple of days. So, not a couple of days, tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Eviction day is tomorrow. Wow, it's already Wednesday today. That's crazy. Yeah, I will be here. I might not be able to see the episode live because my Wednesday schedule. Let me see. What time does Big Brother come on Wednesdays? Big Brother. Big Brother comes on at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays. Okay, so yeah, because due to my Wednesday schedule, I probably won't be able to see the episode live, but I'll see it on the replay. So I probably won't come on to YouTube like right after the episode, but I might come on around 10. I might come on around 10 p.m. So thanks for checking in. Drop some comments. Show some love. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. And what's the other one? Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for when I drop some more great content. Thank you.
So you literally were one of my very first followers, and then when you followed me and I followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But, yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on it.
That wasn't planned.
You know what? But I like this Canadian.
Well, thank you.